is Dr. Chapman, right there. You got to put your personal feelings aside no matter what they are. You got to do what's best for the community, what's best for this college, and I'm sure if you really rethink this, it'll be a 100% vote for Dr. Chapman. Thank you.
Good evening, board members. My name is Ashton Britt. I am the current president of the Student Government Association and the current advertising manager of the Bridge newspaper here on campus. We've also brought copies tonight for anyone interested. Last year, I was the Bridge's editor-in-chief, and the year before that, I had been a part of many different groups on campus. To see and schools are mixed college, and I believe I need to know about him, but inspiring influence helps people to care about the future the rest of the will have their been growth this drop from during firmly decision, but as an actual smart business decision, something that you continuously claim to strive for. I sincerely hope that you all choose wisely and remember that this community and the students have their eyes on you tonight.
Good evening. Those who got eyes, let them see. Those who got ears, let them hear. Please observe what's going on here tonight. 3 minutes to speak about a great couple and educators. I have 2 speeches tonight. One was less than 3 minutes, which is this one, and one was about an hour, because you can't say enough about Dale Chapman. Not enough. I am Bob Wills. I'm here to express my sincere support for both Dr. Dale and Dr. Linda Chapman. I am the chairman of the board for the 100 Black Men of Alton, Madison County, and I also represent my personal feelings. The Chapmans continue to be fantastic leaders in this community with great respect. We believe Lewis and Clark to be one of, if not the best community college in the nation, thanks to Dale and Linda Chapman. I base my and the organization's belief on what I hear, see, and personal involvement. The 100 Black Men are partners with Lewis and Clark College as it pertains to mentoring, higher education, and enrollment for our kids. Dr. Dale Chapman have and continue to be a major supporter for our efforts and services as a tremendous advisor. The 100 Black Men utilize Lewis and Clark and all their facilities for all our functions, and we've been doing that for many years. And that is due to the relationship we have with Dr. Dale Chapman. My question to you here tonight is, where would Lewis and Clark College be if not for Dr. Dale and Dr. Linda Chapman? Please take serious my question. When I think of mentor, which is what the 100 is all about, both Dale and Linda comes to the top of what it means. Not just mentors and fantastic educators, but advisors. So I ask you tonight to remember the best and forget the rest. Dale and Linda took the leap and used out-of-the-box thinking and action, and for that, we have a great community college which no one can disagree if utilizing a clear conscience. I ask you tonight, Dale, I say to you tonight, Dale, please continue to represent humanity, human kindness, love, caring, and respect for all as you have always done. Okay. I'll stop.
Good evening as well. My name is George Milner, and I'm a lifelong resident and advocate of the River Bend community, a retired business executive and civic organization participant, a member of the Lewis and Clark Community College Board for 14 years prior to 2017, up until 2017, and a member for the last 28 years of the Monticello College Foundation, still based on this beautiful campus as its founding institution in the mid-1830s, and still a longtime financial supporter of both the college and the foundation. It's impossible to enumerate, and the job's been well done, the many significant initiatives and accomplishments Dr. Chapman has achieved for Lewis and Clark and for the Community District 536 over his last 31 years, both before and since he assumed his current chief executive responsibilities from Dr. Neil Admire in 1992. As a great catalyst of educational advancement for our region and for tens of thousands of its students, those accomplishments which he has orchestrated have been highlighted for the record elsewhere in media articles, photos, editorial letters, both recently and throughout the years, and obviously referenced again tonight. On the other hand, I'd like to emphasize the countless other civic contributions Drs. Dale and Linda Chapman, truly a dynamic duo, have made to our community and region over the last 3 decades. From humble beginnings, yet then having achieved outstanding educational credentials which they brought to this area. Dale and Linda Chapman have brought incomparable caring, insights, character, and visibility to both our community and our region through their significant outside charitable involvement. Dr. Dale Chapman has been a master at understanding these forces and then orchestrating very often complex local, regional, governmental, business, and even national resources and alliances for the good of the college and the good of our area beyond the borders of this campus. While not limited to the following, I know he and Dr. Linda have been actively engaged at the board and officer levels and been financially supportive of many civic activities. The Montessori Children's House and its daycare facilities, Madison County Urban League, as you hear earlier, RiverBend's United Way and Growth Association, local hospitals, Head Start and Family Services, Southwestern Illinois Employees Association, and committees for governor transition and renovation of higher education. Thank you. As such, I'm here to give testimony, further testimony to the importance of maintaining the continuity, ongoing. I'd like to continue, please. Okay. An alliance is built for this wonderful Lewis and Clark community asset by negotiating and agreeing in good faith and fairness an ongoing employment agreement with Dr. Chapman. Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, trustees. My name is John Keller, the president of the RiverBend Growth Association, representing some 650 members. I stand before you tonight as a representative of the organization, which has written a letter of support in favor of retaining Dr. Dale Chapman as president of Lewis and Clark for at least another contract year. If that is the route you choose to take while you search for a replacement, the complexity and the size of this institution would require a nationwide search. You would not have a smooth transition. And we feel that the accountable thing to do would be to allow for an orderly transition and the ability to allow Dr. Chapman to mentor his replacement with all the institutional knowledge that he possesses. This would also allow the grant process that allows for the approximately $37 million in non-matching funds that are authorized but not awarded to not be put in jeopardy. When Dr. Dale first came to Lewis and Clark Community College some 32 years ago, it was known among the locals, one of them myself, as Last Chance Community College. Today, it is the farthest thing removed from that. It is a viable and well-respected and affordable place to earn your first 2 years of undergraduate education before transferring, or to earn certification or associate's degrees in over 40 career paths. Given the fact of Dr. Dale Chapman's longevity, it's no surprise that he's near the top of the pay scale of Illinois Community College presidents. However, it's also a fact that the average Illinois Community College president makes $222,000 a year. So it would seem that if the future of the institution, the students, and the community is what is actually behind what we feel could be your decision, then it is in the best interest of this board to compromise and negotiate a lesser base pay and benefit package. As someone said earlier, nobody's done that. That would allow the college to reduce expenditures while allowing for a smooth transition, as well as restoring trust in the leadership of this board and the future of the cultural, educational, and economic resource that this institution has become under Dr. Dale Chapman's leadership since 1992. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm State Representative Monica Bristow, District 111, and on behalf of Senator Rochelle Crow from District 56 and many other legislators in this district, I ask you to, convey our full support to President Chapman, and we ask that you renegotiate a contract for him. Under Dr. Chapman's leadership, we have worked side by side with him to do everything we can to make Lewis and Clark one of the premier community colleges in our state. We have, as John alluded to, $37.5 million in the budget in the capital plan for Lewis and Clark Community College. Each of us who have signed the letter fought to secure this money because of Dr. Chapman's vision. That money means jobs to many of the people in this room. Lewis and Clark Community College offers top-notch faculty and staff, student success, affordable high-quality academic and career programs, and graduates more than 1,000 local students each year. The college creates an annual economic impact of $369.4 million for our region, for this area, while providing technical and academic training for more than 6,000 jobs annually. In essence, Lewis and Clark creates a much larger economic impact than the taxes it uses to accomplish the mission, and that's due to Dr. Chapman's vision and leadership. Dr. Chapman, with our support and the people of the college's district, have made Lewis and Clark what it is today. Now Dr. Chapman needs your support. We ask that you continue your work with Dr. Chapman for the best future for this institution and for the communities we represent. We ask that you offer President Chapman a new negotiated contract. I have the entire letter here, but in the interest of time, I didn't read it, but Sue, I will give it to you to give to copies. Thank you very much.
My name is Sharon Roberts. I'm speaking on behalf of the following: Dave Brosh, Mark Darr, Byron Farrell, Mike Fitzgerald, Eric Gowen, Tom Huff, Mark Kratchmer, Tom Long, Michael Main, Tim Noble, Ajay Pathak, Kevin Powers, Randy Magowski, Jane Sally, Bill Shrimp, Joanne Shepard, Dwight Wirtz, Karen Wilson, and Ted Zimmerman. This list of names is comprised of Lewis and Clark alumni, corporate partners, and major donors. We are a fiscally conservative group managing the foundation's investments with a careful eye on steady growth with minimum risk. Under Dr. Chapman's 30 years of leadership, our enrollment has quadrupled, We have experienced more than $200 million in capital projects. The high school dual credit program has saved local families millions of dollars. Corporate partnerships that expanded economic and community programs were built. Private donations increased the foundation's assets to nearly $13 million. On average, his leadership has raised $500,000 per year for scholarships, academic, and institutional support. This is more than his annual compensation package. I think that's simple math, but I'm not sure. This is a crucial time for the college and the foundation to have experienced bipartisan leadership. The year 2020 brings the college's 50th anniversary on our radar, and the foundation board has launched a capital and endowment campaign with a $5 million goal. Without Dr. Chapman's continued leadership, this goal will not be reached. It will put institutional advancement at risk. Dr. Chapman is genuinely involved in projects that benefit every citizen in this college district. As the college succeeds, the region succeeds. That's been proven time and time again. He is a man of vision. Allow him to see these projects through or to hand them off to a competent successor. That will ensure that the college academic and economic impact is not disrupted. It will ensure a smooth transition and preserve millions of dollars in public grants as well as private donations. It appears that the Board of Trustees is operating as though there are only two choices: status quo or termination. The third choice is negotiation. Dr. Chapman is willing to negotiate. Why isn't the board willing to negotiate as well? Negotiation would be a win-win for all. It would allow you to say that you had completed your platform that you ran on when you were running for election. Why not negotiate? Tell me why. We simply want to know why. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Ashley Egelhoff, and I am a recently graduated student from Lewis and Clark Community College. I am here to shine a little light through a student's perspective. Let me start by saying when I was in high school, my friends and I were honored to say we went to Lewis and Clark. That was our next step after graduation. We didn't care about going off for the college experience or being in a sorority. It wasn't because of cheaper costs or shorter commutes we felt like this, but rather because of the level and degree of education we knew we were going to get, along with the love and support of the staff. Lewis and Clark had a reputation that spoke for itself. Tough but realistic classes. Teachers that stayed late to make sure you understood the homework. A security guard that walked you to your car after your night class, just so you felt safe. Those are the things that made Lewis and Clark stand out. The amount of dedication and love from the staff has not changed. From the kitchen staff, to the instructors, to the president. The bar is raised at LCCC. The most dedicated of all these individuals, though, is Dr. Dale Chapman. He is not someone who wants to be put on a pedestal because he is one of the most selfless people I have ever met. He is the type of person who will ask you how your day is going before inquiring about what it is he really needs. He is someone that will compliment you on the small accomplishments just to keep you from being too hard on yourself. Dr. Chapman is the kind of man you want to be leading the future generation of our country. He is the type of man who has not spoken illy of those trying to manipulate him, but rather just said, "It is what it is." I understand the board is going to make the final decision tonight. But from a student's perspective, I am asking you to consider the impact his leaving would have on the college and the students. Lewis and Clark needs to continue to be a utopia for students eager to learn with the same heart and dedication that I had 2 years ago. Thank you.
My name is Renee Bauer. I have been a mental health counselor in this community for almost 40 years. I have been here at Lewis and Clark for the last 21 years. I am so thoroughly impressed with the benefits that they have brought to our campus. I'm going to ask the audience if they would participate with me.
To have your own